So since our function is a line, so f of x is going to be mx plus b, where this is a slope and this is the y-intercept. Since slope is positive, we may have a possible two graphs here. So one could be this slope of this line is negative and it's going to have a positive y-intercept. And the other possible graph could be this. Again, slope is negative and the y-intercept is also negative. Okay, now let's analyze the choices here. So if A is smaller than B, then f of A is bigger than f of B. Let's look at that. So let's say we pick an A here. A is just a number, and we pick a B here. And then we'll look at f of A. F of A is going to be a number right here, and f of B is going to be a number right here. And you can see clearly that f of A is bigger than f of B in this case. And similarly, you can do the same thing here. So pick an A here and pick a B here. So A is smaller than B, and f of A is right here, and f of B is negative. So again, over here, this is also bigger. In both cases, you see, in both cases, the first option here is correct. And in fact, if a function has a negative slope, a line has a negative slope, then that function is a decreasing function. So, and this is a property of decreasing function, definition of decreasing function. Okay, so now let's look at the second option. It says A is less than 0. So pick A less than 0. We can pick this, right? Because this is on the negative side. So A is less than 0 here. Then it says f of A is bigger than 0. Well, that certainly is satisfying with this. That satisfies with this, right? So now let's pick another number that is less than 0. And I could choose this one, right? I could choose this. See, A is less than 0 here as well. But if I look at the y value, and y value is negative, so it's not positive. So this cannot be correct. Yes, it's correct with the first graph, but it's not correct with the second graph. Now let's look at the third option. A is positive, and then the function value is negative. So A is positive, function value is negative. Well, that's all. Let's look at that. So if this is correct or not, we have to choose a positive A, and then make sure that that the value is negative, right? So positive A and the value is negative. Well, you can choose a positive A. So here is, I can choose A to be this right here. Let's say I choose A over here, but then the value is positive, as you see. So it's not always negative. So the value could be positive, could be negative, depending on where you choose, where you choose and which graph you choose here. So this is also not always correct, because the question says which of the following must be correct. So we will go with this choice here. And choice 2 and 2 are sometimes correct or sometimes not. So our answer is A.